This week, a local news outlet reported that UFC Perth has been struggling to sell tickets. As of yesterday, the arena was reportedly only half full, and tickets are now being offered at a discount. At the UFC Perth press conference, UFC executive David Shaw addressed the situation. Here's what he had to say.
There's been reports about like low ticket sales and all that sort of stuff. Is that an issue for you guys? And quite frankly, is there a ticket sales issue?
No, man, not at all. Listen, from the very beginning, we've taken the long run. We're playing the long game with Australia. We mentioned being first here in 2010 with UFC 110. We opened up the office playing the long game in 2014 when Klosko opened up the UFC Australia office in Sydney, and then in 2015 when we held the biggest event in UFC history with Ronda and Holly in Melbourne. We overturned the ban of the Octagon here in WA in 2017. We had a fight of the year in 2023 with your boy Vulcan and Islam. We will continue to take the long run in Australia. We know that you guys are a sports mad country. And for us, you often hear Dana talk about how MMA is going to be the biggest sport in the world. Our viewpoint on Australia as one of the top markets that we go to every year is that this is going to be a massive sport in this country. This is also a pretty special card. I mean, think about us having more regional athletes, more Australian and Kiwi athletes on this card than we've ever had in the past. We've got a first-time female athlete from New Zealand. We've got a first-time Adelaide-based athlete fighting on the card as well. It's really important for us to build the future in terms of the quality of athletes. Guaranteed, someone from this card is going to be the next Jack Della, and that's what we're invested in.
But is there an issue for this event?
We do not see an issue for this event.
Renato Moicano reflected on the prank Alex Pereira pulled on him earlier this week. During a phone call, Pereira pretended to be upset over questions Moicano asked Glover Teixeira on a recent podcast. Moicano explains the full backstory behind the prank, while Gilbert Burns jumped in to troll him for getting scared.
I did a podcast with Glover Teixeira that got more than 100k views.
Wow.
And I did ask him a question, I think it was not that bad.
Yeah.
I asked, Glover, on your prime?
He's not bad, it's just like a little, So
you guys decide. I don't know if that was that bad, but I asked him, Glover, you and Poatan on the prime, who wins?
Yeah.
And Glover, super respectful, say, I think Poatan is the man, he was respectful. And then Poatan watched the video.
What did you say back to him? Did you agree with him, or you thought Glover would win?
No, I didn't say anything, I didn't say anything.
You were afraid to say something?
No,
You're afraid of Poatan, bro?
No. Of course I am. Don't you see the video, brother? And then Poatan watched the video, and then he say, hey, let's call him. Yeah. Let's troll him, right? And then he called me, and the whole video came about. But I don't know. Gilbert said that I was afraid. I don't know about that.
For sure you were afraid. Because people don't know you. Everyone that see you just see you going loud, going crazy. But whenever you got the phone, Poatan call you and say, hey, what's up, my brother? You're already shaking. Hey, I don't like the thing. What thing? Yeah, brother. That was your opinion.
Bro, let me ask you an honest question. When you looked down at your phone and you saw Poatan was calling, what was the first thought that came to your head?
Look,
it
was Poatan. He called me through WhatsApp, but then...
But you knew it was him?
No, because he blocked. I don't accept.
So you didn't even know who it was?
I didn't even know who it was. Okay. And then he messaged me, hey, this is Poatan. Answer the phone. But look, then I see Poatan, hey, answer the phone, pick up the phone. And then but the problem was I was driving with my son, and then I hit a nail. So I got the flat tire, and then I put on the tire shop, and I was walking home tired, And then he called me, tired. And then he called me and say, hey, what's up, Moicano? I'll be straight with you. I'm very, people don't like me because they stuff that I say, but I didn't like what you say on the podcast. And I say, what's up, my brother? Why? I was not trying to. And then you guys saw on the video. Some people say that I was afraid.
Yeah.
Other people say that I was doing good. Gilbert Burns.
Why?
Gilbert Burns is fake, my brother. I think if Poatan called him, he was, no, Poatan, I'm a huge fan. Poatan, no, I didn't say that. I'm gonna take the video out.
No.
Alexander Volkanovski recently said that he's looking to defend the featherweight title in December, and following his recent TKO win over Jean Silva, Diego Lopes says he'd be available for the rematch. Diego said, "Yeah, of course, definitely. I had a 7-day suspension, and Monday I returned to the gym to train. People know I like to fight. I'm never too heavy. I'm never the person that goes, oh, I need 3 or 4 months to prepare for a fight. No, I'm not that type of person. The type of person that I am is someone that the UFC can call and ask to fight next week. I'll catch a flight, and I'm there to fight. So yeah, if the UFC wants me to fight in December, I'm there. We haven't had any talks, but I did what I said I would, and there's my work. The job was well done. 10 out of 10. Like I told you before the fight, winning the fight in spectacular fashion would put my name on the table. I think now the UFC definitely has my name on the table, and they're now going to have to figure out who's next. Also, if we're talking about fights that people want to see, I think my name sounds good to a lot of people. People want exciting fights, fights that get them glued to the TV. People don't want fights where they feel they can go to the bathroom or go get a glass of water and come back and it's the same fight." Jiri Prochazka received his master's degree in security and strategic studies.
Dětství celkově s ním bylo divoký, bláznivý a jako starší brácha se dokázal jak o mě postarat, jako jak mě krýt, tak zároveň mi dokázal dělat i dobré takové pastičky, mě chystat doma.
Mateusz Gamrot made an appearance on UFC Unfiltered and previewed his short notice fight against Charles Oliveira at UFC Rio. He says he plans to take Oliveira down and test his skills on the ground.
Mateusz, a lot of guys are afraid to go to the floor with Charles Oliveira. I don't think you're going to be afraid to do it.
Oh, bro. Jiu-jitsu and wrestling is my background. This is in my head. I feel in my DNA like I can roll with him in the ground. I think this is going to be epic fight in the ground for sure because I don't afraid he's in the ground. I will go take him down and I'm gonna try roll with him in the ground. But bro, this is gonna be all-rounder fight. I wanna exchange punch with him, exchange wrestling. I wanna test myself against him in the ground. So this is gonna be non-stop action for sure, bro. 5 rounds, non-stop action. But maybe we don't need it 5 rounds, you know. So epic fight for sure. Super excited. And bro, I go to his hometown, to Brazil. All Brazil against me. Give me this energy because I grow up with this. Every boo will be power to me, bro. And you know what? Wrestling is power, brother. Wrestling is power. Pam, pam, pam. Control, strength, conditioning, everything.
I love it. Right? He's out of a cannon. He can fight tomorrow, Jimmy.
Israel Adesanya is getting some training in with Mauricio Ruffy. Here's a clip of Ruffy showing him a scissor takedown.
Okay, do one more time slow.
Ahead of his fight against Carlos Ulberg, Dominick Reyes reflected on the highs and lows of his MMA career. After his razor-close title fight with Jon Jones in 2020, a bout many believe he won, Reyes suffered 3 straight losses all by finish. Now riding a 3-fight winning streak, he says he feels better mentally and physically than he did back when he fought Jones.
This last couple of years has been, I guess you call it being to hell and back, right? Like, I was all the way at the bottom, really doubting myself and everything, and then now I'm back on top, really, you know, back in the main event slot. But it all came from my faith, you know, my belief in Jesus Christ and my gratitude and dedication. And yeah, man, just don't give up, never giving up, never saying die, you know. If I still have the opportunity to breathe, I'm gonna make the most of it. I mean, that night when I fought Jones was the best performance of my life. I mean, fighting the greatest fighter in history and putting it on him like I did, I mean, that was amazing. But honestly, I feel like I'm better now. I'm not back, I'm better. That's kind of my slogan right now. And I truly believe that every day that I'm training, I'm getting better. And it's kind of crazy to see because, like, been in the UFC for 9 years and I'm still getting better. Like it's trippy to see on film. Like I'm speaking objectively, not even subjectively. I'm watching the film and be like, geez, I kind of would have beat myself up back then. So yeah, I mean it's great to evolve, great to get better, and then just overall my headspace and I'm just a better human being overall. So I'm so blessed. That's really all there is to it.
Carlos Ulberg believes Dominick Reyes will be a solid test for him, given his experience and history of facing some of the top fighters in the light heavyweight division. This will be Ulberg's first main event and his first 5-round fight.
Yeah. I mean, fighting Reyes at this point is perfect. It's perfect for me. It's a good test. I think that fighting him right now, where he's on his resurgence, and he has something to prove as well. So it's a good time, man. It's a good time to be in the light heavyweight division. Obviously, it's risky for me to fight someone who's number 7 or 8 at the moment. But you know, why not do it in a place like Perth, so close to home, where family members will be able to come and see this, and it'll prep me up. It's my first headliner, first 5-rounder, so this will prep me up for the bigger show. He's been there, man. He's been there with the best. He's been there with the greatest of all time, and I think that speaks for itself. So just as long as I stick to what I know and go in there, focus on what I bring to the table. Yeah, it's a big puzzle at the moment, but you know, I'm purely focused on what we have in front of us, which is Dominick Reyes. He is a task, so my pure focus right now is to make sure that I get him out of that cage.
Sean O'Malley says he'd be willing to box Ryan Garcia for $10 million. However, he'd rather box Gervonta Davis.
Would Sean accept a boxing match with Ryan Garcia as a co-main of Topuria versus Crawford if the UFC were to offer that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if there was just a fat payday, 100%.
What would you consider that for?
God, it's like I'm thinking like 10 million, but then I'm like, God, if they said 5, I'd be like, yeah, but I don't know. It's hard to say. It'd be a tough fight. I'd rather fight Gervonta Davis.
You'd rather fight Tank?
Yeah.
Shorter, still.
They're both, I mean,
monsters.
Different styles. That's a better style for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
It looks like Israel Adesanya has moved on from pushing for a rematch with Sean Strickland. Speaking to Submission Radio today, he said, "I'm not surprised. You know, look, if you want to get something done right, do it right the first time. That's the lesson I learned." And he's doing other things in his own life. You know, he's made the money he wanted to make. But again, me as well. I don't want to be waiting around. I've moved on. I just want to fight, so I will fight. More footage has came out of Alex Pereira running into Magomed Ankalaev at the UFC PI yesterday. Alex posted new footage where he tells Ank that he's going to slap him.
Vou bater em você. Vou bater de mão aberta. Na sua cara.
Ank posted this on X last night. He said, "Had my last hard training today and I'm good to go. Met my opponent today. I confronted him for lying about seeing me at the PI the other day, to which he said, 'Oh no, it was one girl who told me she saw you, but I didn't see you myself.' I will turn off his electricity next week." Ank also responded to accusations that Ali Abdelaziz posts on his social media for him. He wrote, "Just for all the fans out there, for the last 2 months I make my own tweets. ChatGPT and Google Translator is the best." Alex Pereira also ran into Jamahal Hill at the UFC PI.
Hey, Papa. Fala aí. What's up, man? You heavyweight? Getting up there. Just pesado, pô. Yeah, I don't know. I like cutting weight. It makes me feel alive. Makes me feel like a kid. Well, good. Really good. Can't wait to see it, bro. Always have to see it.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from iPod Hex. It says, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'd rather see Max Holloway fight McGregor in the White House instead of Chandler. The second one's from Jose. It says, Ank doesn't even know he has an X account. And the final one's from Christopher Adam. It says, that's not Ankalaev. That's Ali's drama-loving typing. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.